I made a
There's a million ways to do these. I'm going to show you some simple ones so that you can kind of start getting this part sort of stronger and more importantly, like turned on because your joints are just too lax. There's a couple ways to do it, and I'll have you practice these in a minute, but you guys are videoing it now, so we got it.
Yep.
So you're going to get on your hands and knees in what's called a tabletop or, a quad position or whatever. And what you're going to do, and again, just like I did before, I'm pulling my belly button in. Now it looks like I'm arching my back. I'm doing that for emphasis. You just pull your belly button in tight. You dig in your toes, and you just push your butt up in the air. And you hold that as long as you can, okay? And then you just go back down. Pull your belly button in, you look right down at your hands, and you come up. All right?
All right.
Now, if that's too hard, and that's okay, because you're out of shape and you're going to feel kind of weak. Do it from this position. Same thing. Your butt's going to be higher in the air. You're going to feel a big stretching, but you still. Right now, my back is as hard as a rock, as opposed to now where it's kind of relaxed. Okay? But if you start from here, you got to periodically try this one and transition to this. Okay? Now, when you can get there and hold, and the companion, which is going to be really good for this flank, is you're going to start from this position, which you sort of like bent, and you're coming up and forward and hold. And again, you hold it. You might feel pain in your shoulder. You're going to feel these muscles here and here working really hard, as long as you can, and then you bend your hip and you sit back down. It's like sitting sideways.
Yeah.
And you're going to do both sides, okay? And you're going to do this for like a minute and a half. Now the progression from this is you'll get to the point where then you'll do it from straight leg and come up like this. And then eventually you rotate. Now, I know this seems like a lot, but it's a progression. When you were a baby, you weren't running marathons. You were toddling along, you were rolling over, you learned to crawl. You learned to crawl, and then you learned to get up, and then you ran. You're going to start with these simple planks, side and forward. Then you're going to move to the extended plank, the extended side plank, and then you do but again, it looks intense, it looks intimidating. But you're 20 freaking years old, and there's nothing inherently wrong. It's not like, well, Jason, I got run over by a car, and I've got 17 pieces of metal in there, and I haven't been able to feel my right arm since I was 12, or there's nothing inherently wrong. You got challenges. I'm not going to blow smoke up your butt here. But, let's see, we want to do any more.